So today I'm going to be talking to you a bit about nerves before you come to uni and how you can best combat them. It's important to know that everybody has nerves, regardless of what you do before you go. As you step into your accommodation on the first day or you go to campus for the first time, it is likely you're going to be nervous regardless of who you know or what you've planned. I have to say, the most nervous I probably was in first year was when my parents dropped me off. I was sat in my room by myself. I'd met probably 1 out of 5 flatmates that I was with, and I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do next? Do I talk to people? The top thing I can recommend is talk to your flatmates, talk to your neighbours. If you're on a social media group, go onto there, see if you can find anyone else that is in the same class as you, because I was bricking it. I was like, I'm going to be walking into a classroom of 100 people by myself. I don't know anybody, what's going to happen. I found out that the girl that lived next door to me was in exactly the same room as me at exactly the same time, and I was so comforted. Walking to uni with somebody makes such a difference. Not only do you get to know them, but you're walking in together. You talk about it, you both realise how nervous you are, and as soon as you sit down in the classroom and the lecturer starts talking, it gets so much better. You're like, okay, it's fine. Get into that classroom and embrace it. Everybody's feeling exactly the same way, and if you begin to talk to people, you'll realise it and the nerves will die down. Everybody in the first, month for us was still nervous to go out every day and go to the different shops and different bars, bowling. I was nervous every time. These were fairly new people. I know people online make it look like it's really easy. And yes, it is. The more you do it, the more you throw yourself into it, it can become easy. But to begin with, again, you're going to be nervous. If you get a feel and you kind of get a rough idea of where you'll be going, you'll feel a lot more comfortable on that first day you arrive. Plan before you go. If you're going into halls, research those halls online. Get a feel for where you'll end up and sort of the type of places you may go. Join Facebook groups for your universities. Join social media accounts, have a look around. Doing even a little bit of research or trying to talk to your fellow peers will help by miles. By talking to other people or watching YouTube videos of people talking about their university experience, you'll get those ideas before you go, which can help you reduce your nerves by not being thrown in the deep end so much. If you go to university thinking, oh, I hope this happens, and set like an actual picture of what's going to happen, and that doesn't, it's likely you will be more nervous because you'll be like, oh, what do I do now? Everyone's experience is completely unique and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people have an expectation of what nights out will be like at university, and yes, it is what you see online a lot of the time. You go clubbing, you're out till 4 a.m. getting chips on the way home. That's okay, but that's not how my experience has started. Freshers week, you are overwhelmed. You can book to events, but if you've not talked to people, who are you going to go with? I was extremely nervous to ask my friends, my now friends, about my first night out. I was like, do you want to go out? And if you've not been on a night out before, doing it with a lot of people that you don't know can be really daunting. Luckily, I had been out a couple of times before going to uni, which I encourage if that's what you're up for doing. But my flatmate hadn't. She also didn't drink, so she was extremely nervous about being socially excluded. You will meet somebody that is completely socially accepting of that. It should not be a reason for you to be left out. She has come on all of our nights out with us. She's opened up completely. She still doesn't drink because she doesn't believe in it, which is completely fine. But no matter what you're like, you will fit in, and try and sort of swallow those nerves a little bit and just say it. We won't judge you. University, everybody is different and you shouldn't be judged for that. If you want to go out all the time, that's absolutely fine. If you're going purely to do the work and to meet a couple of people, that's also fine. Be yourself. Everybody is feeling exactly the same, and if people don't like you for being you, they're not worth it. Don't compare your experiences to anybody else, and if your nerves don't want you to do something, don't do it. You have plenty of time. I wish I'd made the most of my first sort of 2 months at uni, rather than worrying about what people thought or what I wasn't doing compared to other people. As I said before, everybody's experience is different, and if you're too nervous to do something to begin with, you'll have time to pick it up later on. Make the most of your first year. Yes, your work matters, But most courses, first year grade does not go towards your final grade. So if you're experimenting with your writing style, you're presenting, your artwork, that's absolutely fine. It's your time to find out what works for you, meet new people, and try many experiences you wouldn't get another opportunity to do if you didn't go to university. Everybody is nervous, you will be fine.